Welcome back. Let us discuss today how function compositions work in Herneath. So what are function compositions? So function composition is when you combine basically two or more functions together to create a new function. You can think of it as like a chain or pipeline where the output of one function becomes the input of the next. Okay, so let us see the code for this one. Let me create a new file. I'll call it compose.ha, and what I'll do is I'll create a new package called main. I'll import fmt. I'm going to use it a bit later. Then I'm going to create a new function. Then I'm going to create a new function called main. And then what I'll do is I'll create a few arrow functions. This arrow function is going to accept a number and it is going to double it. I then have another function called what should we say, let me do add 3, so it becomes x is. So what this one is doing is it is going to take a number and then it is going to add 3 to it, and then let me say constant result is equal to add 3 and then double 5. Okay, let me now don't say arrow, let me see, call it double, and then let me print the result of this one. Okay, so now what we can see is that I have two functions, double and add 3, and like we discussed in our introduction to function composition, that the input of add 3 is the output of double function. Okay, so let us see what it prints. So as you notice that it prints 13. So let us again go back and take a look at what our program does. So what we are doing is we are first doubling 5. What is double? Double is 5 times 2 is 10. And then we are saying add 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. So the double, the output of double 5 was taken as an input to add 3. And this is the result of that output. This code can also be written in a different way. Let me create a new constant function. Constant compose is equal to f comma g is x, and let me call it f in brackets g and x. Okay, what basically I'm saying here is that I'm creating a new compose which takes in two functions, f and g, and an x parameter is being passed. So this basically is the same as this here. Basically what we are saying is execute g of x and then pass it to f. When I say g of x, it is a mathematical term, because function compositions are also part of maths as well. So now what I can say is constant double, then add 3 is equal to compose. Now I need to pass these two functions. So what I'll do is I'll say, and I need to add them, I need to pass them in the same order as this one. To add 3 and then double and then like fmt dot print line double. Now I need to call the double, then add 3, and I need to pass the x now, and the x being 5. So this should also print the same result, compose.ha. Yeah, see, this also prints the same result as the previous one. So these are two ways of how you can work with function compositions in Herneath. Notice that this order is very important. The order was like we were passing in f and g. So f is the outer function. The outer function is the add 3, because we are add 3 function takes the output from double. So here the output is, this is the outer function, f and f is the outer function. So this is the reason why I added add 3 as the first parameter, and then the double is the inner function, which is why double comes in later. Okay, thank you so much guys, bye.